Hello, everyone, and welcome to Poison Tulips here on twitch.tv Gilding Light, part of one of the games promoting Siren's Battle of the Bards, which you can check out on Kickstarter under thebardbook.com. Let's say hi to our cast for today. So we're going to start off with Izzy. Say hi, Izzy.
Hi, Izzy. I will never get tired of that gimmick. Hello. I play Tiny Two Penny, bard extraordinaire, rather sassy, and sister to Joachim. Super happy to be doing this improv. This game is going to be wild. This game is going to be absolutely wild.
This is true. This is also true. Next, we go over to PJ. Say hi, PJ.
Hi, PJ. I love it. I love that joke. My name is PJ. I play Joachim Twopenny. I'm a bard of eloquence, and Joachim Twopenny. I am the twin brother to Tiny Twopenny. We're level 4 now, and I got a new spell, and I'm actually looking forward to all the stupid amount of chaos we're gonna do. So, hey, stay tuned. It's gonna be friggin' awesome.
All right. Next, we go over to Sam. Say hi, Sam.
Hi, Sam. Yes, hello. I am Sam Sterling, and today I'm playing Poppy LaPlume. I don't know how she's going to handle the events of today, especially being level 4 and having more ways to choose violence than she did last week.
More ways to choose violence. That might be a running theme based on what we're going to be doing today. And next, we go to Tobias. Say hi, Tobias.
Hi, Tobias. Hi, I'm Tobias McCurry, Springfield Studios in your chat. I'll be playing the role of Zedonte Dilettante, who is our lovely advice articleologist. I am coming to you live from Vegas today, not my usual venue in Seattle. And we will formulate some excuses as to why I was not present last week. I hope you all had a lovely time in spite of my dreadful absence.
All right, and I am your host and game runner and gossip master, Ryan Omega, he, him, and we are going to be doing something very unusual today. We're going to run this episode completely improv. There is no script at all for this, and we're going to only have a single prompt. The prompt is all the coffee is gone. We will start off with the recaps, as per normal on the show for the Poison Tulips. And just to let everyone know, everyone is now level 4 as a result of gaining fame ever since our friend Joachim won the Mixed Scandelabra beauty pageant, because that gives you a little bit of fame. And in this case, leveling up is associated with fame because it gives you more influence. All right. Is everyone ready to start?
I'm ready to be sad and angry. Let's do it. And sleepy.
Okay.
And dopey and Doc.
All right.
I've already got it. I'm actually method acting today. Day 1 in Vegas really took it out of me.
All right. And as your game runner, I would say just lean into it. We'll just make this more authentic. Okay. With that, we begin episode 4 of Poison Tulips, the improv episode where we run out of coffee. Oh. Hi! Welcome to Poison Tulips, where everything is events, Scandelabra, you know the deal. Like, you're here for reasons. Let's talk to our fellow bards, our tablards, on what happened last time on that event. The thing. Oh, beauty pageant. That's right, beauty pageant. Because someone won. Let's talk to the person who knows what happened when they won, because it wouldn't be totally them at all. Hey, Leru, what happened at the Mixed Scandelabra pageant last time?
Uh, Friggin' sweet. I mean, hello, it is I, Leroux. I was totally there. Joaquin was the prettiest pork sausage. They won. They are delightful pork sausage. There was a fat on stage, mint julep. She sucks. This we all know. And because of this, she got no crown. Boop, there you go. This is Bill LaRoe reminding you rich people suck. Um, uh, so probably where's my head gone? Where's my mask? Who's Kitty Cat? Where's my mask? Sorry, I'm not myself today. Yes, it was great, and there was fairy dust everywhere. Without further ado, LaRue's out. Bye bye.
All right, thanks. Oh yeah, just to address one of our patrons, that D'Angelo. The reason why you probably heard something is because I forgot to put an earpiece in because I forgot. So next we go to Morgana Malice, who was also there at Mixed Scandelabra beauty pageant. What is your take on what happened there, Morgana?
Uh, um. Oh well, Morgana Malice here. It it was. You want me to say it was delightful, but it wasn't delightful. There was buckets of blood backstage, and nobody seems to be concerned about that. It was glittery. The what was her name? Mrs. Fancy Pants, the one that put on the everything. She did a good job of taking out the threat. I mean, organizing the performances. And let's not go there again, please.
Okay, thank you, Morgana Malice. Fancy Pants, that would be Lady Calliope Everhart. I have to know this because I don't want to die or be scandalized. Ironically, we run Poison Tulips and we deal with scandal. Next, we go to Baby Bell. Baby Bell, what is your take on what happened last time on the Miss Scandelabra beauty pageant?
Hey dolls, Baby Bell here. Did you know sugar can be a really, really good replacement for coffee if you consume large amounts of it, like large amounts of it, like a lot of cake. That wasn't what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Oh, most beautiful man ever, gorgeous human being, gorgeous, pretty man, pretty. Won the Mixed Scandelabra pageant. Pork sausage. That's the guy. He debuted a design that was thought to be by Lady Everhart herself. Wow, I'm already feeling it crash. I'm just gonna need another one here. Where's the coffee? Where's the coffee at? Mint julep, Dinglebob plugs. Found out what those were. You guys don't really want to know what Dinglebob plugs are, but you can use them, as we talked about last week. Oh no, sugar.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Bye.
Bye. I will get an editor to fix this, I swear, once we figure out what happened to the coffee. Next, we have Dante, who just came back from vacation. So here's going to be a little article about Dante and his report on vacations. Dante, to you.
Oh, why? Why am I talking about the vacation? Okay, very well. I went to the Grand Mosée. It was for a very large event where I was especially not intending to work in any way, shape, or form. But instead, I will give you a slight advice article, as this is the hot goss. Someone once asked me, how do you deal with all of the wholesomeness when you're at an event for a day of dapperness? I was, of course, one of the most dapper individuals here at this dapper day in the Grand Mousse resort. in the southeast of Scandelabra. Now, you see, I answer this by there's a script that everyone goes by. They say, "You're pretty." No, you're pretty. And then they say, "Happy Dapper Day." And it just keeps going forever. And I found that I had to drink very bitter coffee, which I no longer can get, in order to remind myself that some things could remind me that I was still alive because it tasted like death. But now, with no hope, I have returned to a literal hell. Please send me coffee. This is dilettante with the hot gas. Please help.
Okay, Dante, first of all, I hate you because you were at Grandmouse and you had access to coffee, and we haven't been able to find coffee in the last 3 days. So I guess this is us signing off, and we're gonna find out what happened to that coffee, even if we have to kill people. Yeah.
Wait, who are we killing?
Whoever commented the coffee. If you guys try sugar, it works.
All right. So I'm gonna start off with Sam. Sam, who is hung over right now because they cannot get access to coffee?
Dante.
Always. I'm typecast.
All right. Izzy,
Yes.
your brother forgot to wear something because he's not awake enough. What did he forget to wear?
Underwear.
Okay. Tobias, your boss, Nickel Dime Quarter, aka Free Will, what mood is he in right now?
I believe he's debating committing arson in the name of finding coffee.
Okay. PJ, who, for whatever reason, smells the most like coffee?
Poppy smells the most like coffee right now.
All right. So, we are setting today's game in the press room in the barn that's behind the warehouse, the distillery that Nickel Dime Quarter owns. It's a press room where there is an ink, newspaper machine with the press and lots of ink, and you have Free Will kind of just at his desk, kind of like he's done, and he doesn't know why, but this has been happening over the last 3 days. No one can find coffee. And with these prompts, we will start the scene. Oh God. Oh God.
Boss. So, what's the deal, boss? Are we getting an order in, or did the delivery boy get assassinated? What happened? Is this an attack against the paper?
Poppy, do
Leave
not
the
say
paper
another
for
word. Are you holding out on us? Because we will find out.
What
Yes.
would make you say such a thing?
This better be some very finely crafted perfume, and if it is, I wish to drink it instead.
What do
Why
you
do you
mean?
smell of the Java?
You smell like burning, and I'm not talking about the revolutionary kind. Are you holding out on us? Are you holding out?
Tiny, I don't smell like coffee, do I? I don't.
Just like coffee. I'm
No.
telling you, my smells great. Everything feels like it's vibrating a little bit, but then it starts crashing really fast. Sugar's a pretty good replacement, though. I think
I
the
do
coffee-
agree. I have found in the Scandelabra convenience store energy drinks. They are not a good replacement. I wish to die.
No, they never do the trick. They just make you think you're doing good, and the next thing you know, it's just like everything's shaking, and I'm sad.
All right.
So
It is our job here at Poison Tulips to get to the bottom of investigations and understandings of the world
Yeah,
and create hot gas and other such things. I
right.
might recommend we find the noble responsible for holding all of this coffee hostage and we murder them.
Look, it looks like we might have to actually do some journalism here because this can't stand. I'm gonna kill somebody, not one of
not
you.
so loud, not so loud.
What? This is not loud enough
I
for
will
you?
end your entire career.
I will end you.
I'm gonna throw up.
hey,
Don't tempt me. I'm in the mood. I am in the mood.
Wait,
I have an
wait.
idea.
I have an idea.
Okay,
Yes.
what's your idea?
Does the bar have coffee liqueur?
No.
We drank
No.
this on day
No.
one. We drank it all on day one.
We drink it all in day one. How did we
were
do that with
so
coffee?
wasted.
We are so stupid. Wait, Poppy,
Yes?
you smell a certain way. Where did you visit before you came over here?
Ryan, may I make a secret stealth check against everyone's perception?
Yes.
Sam, you hurt me deeply.
It's an 8.
Oh. Okay, everybody else roll. Can you beat an 8? I want to know if you fail.
Critical 20.
Oh, God.
20, dirty 20.
Jeez.
Look,
Jeez.
we
I
cannot
love this
screw
well on my
around
own
with
show.
coffee.
And
Yeah.
so I just barely perceive.
You see Poppy with take a small little case from her pocket and shove it into her bag.
What's in the case? What's in the
What's
case?
in the
Poppy?
case?
What's
What's
in
in
the
that-
box?
What's in the case?
I don't know what you mean. I don't know it. I suddenly I can't understand what you're saying.
Jacques! No. You gotta put it in front of the community. We gotta know
Okay.
what you got. It could be something we all need.
She rustles in her bag. There's some noises. Then
Mhm.
she
What are you
I-
doing?
Bruh, cafe.
I'm sorry I broke. All right. I went to my parents' coffee cellar and I know I said I was here to live like the pores, but I could not take it anymore. This is all I have left.
What do you mean live like zippers? We are the rich. No, you're right. No.
Yeah, we
We're
are.
pretty poor.
I am middle class.
2 pennies.
We got 2 pennies. Like we're pretty poor. Okay, how about this?
I'm
In the
gonna murder
meantime,
I'm gonna murder the seller of your parents, and I'm gonna take all the coffee. Where's he at?
Wait.
If we impersonate the parents, we can order the coffee wholesale.
Hold on. I'm gonna smell this. I'm gonna smell it. Hold on.
We simply must cut off the face of the parents and wear them like a mask in order to.
no, wait, hold up. Before we do anything completely violent that we
I
will
need my
probably
allowance.
regret, before we do anything we're gonna regret. Here's a few
I'm going to try to take Poppy's coffee from her hand right now.
Go for it.
All right. Here's a few ideas. All right, just hear me out. Number 1, I'm pretty good at disguises. I'm pretty magical at it. We can look like her parents without murdering her parents because number 2.
Oh no, I could as well, but
Well, sure. But like number 2, here's the thing. If we cut off an entire means of production, right, then that means that production dies.
no.
But we can
we are
seize it
simply
for
impersonating the
ourselves.
individuals that buy it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Revolution is all
That's what-
I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we can control the coffee, we can control the world.
Poppy,
You-
I just
It's
rolled it.
true.
I just rolled a 17. Can you? What's your?
I would say since my armor class is 11, if
Mhm.
you want to like go for
I will-
that.
I will grab the coffee out of your hand and
What?
smell it and sip it a little bit. I'm like, I know who this is.
Who's this?
Ooh,
This is Captain Stormbucks.
Stormbucks.
I do not what?
Captain Stormbucks, the one who does the coffee trade into port. He's
well
here?
regarded.
He's here, and he's
So
not
we
delivering
must commit
coffee.
Piracy.
I'm ready.
Okay, so here's what I overheard. All right,
All
I
right.
heard that he is in port with a very rare delivery of coffee beans, and that's how my parents obtained this. I mean, the sample that you have right now that you're drinking. All right,
Mhm.
just have the rest of it. It's fine.
Ah, yes. I will.
I
Okay.
cannot believe you have
Mm.
stolen her privilege right from her hands.
Oh,
Poetic.
I needed this so bad.
He only takes incredibly wealthy clients. All right. We could go down to the docks and try.
With cat-like tread upon our prey, we shall steal.
I'm just saying also that we did the gambling last time, and I bet pretty good. We got a lot of tulips.
Yeah,
Well,
my sister really cleaned up.
Tiny and Joaquin, I hate to tell you this, but being of high privilege isn't just about the money in your pocket. It's about
Yes, it is.
your bearing, and it's about your connections. And
pretty good. I'm able to see things pretty well.
Yeah, and I can lie like a rich person. I own 4 coffees. I got 2 boats and a person. Look at that. Boom, I'm practically a rich person. Look at that.
Really rich to me?
Yeah. Oh, I can even go as LaRue. Put the mask on, they won't friggin'
The
know.
LaRue would be fine. Tiny, we're going to have to work on the posture.
I mean,
just pretty good. I just
stop hunching.
I mean, Joaquin. I mean, don't forget. I mean, you're mixed Scandelabra. Everyone is gonna know who you are.
I'm a celebrity. I'm the prettiest pork sausage celebrity.
You are
I
the
don't have
prettiest pork sausage.
I don't gotta hide behind a mask no more. I'm interesting by myself. Oh, it's an amazing revelation.
If though, what I overheard was that the shipments were spoken for. There's nothing left for us.
I'm gonna kill him. Who took it?
So it's murder then.
It's murder.
We are. Listen. I would like all of you to go and visit Captain Stormbucks. I have a small box of tulip bulbs. I want you to get us as much coffee as possible and find out who's handling the shipment. So at least we're doing business. But go and find out for me.
Do we believe that one of the nobles are in fact hoarding all of this coffee?
Well, maybe they're cutting it off from those in the streets so they don't have the energy to rise up and revolution something.
I mean, you're the journalists. You could find out.
They are castrating the revolution.
I must go to the streets. My streets, they need me. I'm gonna go talk to them and see who have the coffees.
So we're dragging our feet. We can walk very slowly.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk like with the exact same exuberance as a college kid.
Are you limping? What is wrong with you?
I'm not.
Are you chafing?
It's just.
Do you need powder?
Is it breezy in here? I feel like it's really breezy in here.
What? I don't know why it would be breezy anywhere.
Like normally I feel a nice, tight, comfortable constriction, like everything's in its proper place, and now I just feel like it's just like a breeze. It's kind of nice actually. It's very free feeling, but
And I never wanted to say these words, but Joaquin, check your pants.
What for pockets or something? Like what am I doing? What am I looking for?
Do I need to check for you? I really don't. Really don't.
Is there something you would like to share with the class, friend?
Yeah, if we go by 17th and Hillcrest, I think there's a new flag of the revolution. And it's probably my underoos. My underoos. My underoos. Oh, God.
Why was I relegated to live a life of eternal suffering?
All right, so we're gonna.
Shows it.
You can't say that, Poppy.
So we're gonna go from this scene to a few of you are going to go to Captain Stormbucks, and Izzy, you're going to play Captain Stormbucks. So, wow, that's very complicated, Izzy. So, PJ, describe the ship that Captain Stormbucks owns.
So there once was a ship called the William of Coffee, and this ship has four big sails. One that's tall, one that's grande, one that's venti, and one that's about Trenti's sized sails.
I'm gonna grab a hat.
All across the ship, you can just see gigantic machines that are just pumping steam and just constantly just very, very hot. It's a massive ship. You could even say it's like an international like corporate ship. It's huge and it's got this giant stamp on the side, so you know whose boat it is. And but it's got this really fun vibe to it. You know, it's like nice tables. There's like bards magically playing very lovely coffee house music, you know, kind of a jazz, if you will. You know, it's a very, very relaxed environment. Candles are everywhere. It's nice. It's nice.
Okay. Sam, what is there too much of in the front that isn't coffee?
There are crates and crates of chamomile tea. Just as far as the eye can see, different variations like rose chamomile, lavender chamomile, but none of it is caffeinated.
Okay. Tobias, what is Captain Stormbucks doing right now?
Clearly berating a large crew that are all wearing aprons. They're effectively baristas about the quality of triple grande soy cinnamon dolce lattes, and just how they cannot mix the dairy and the soy. It just you can't. You might kill someone. It's a very large concern. You can't cross contaminate.
All right. With that information, go ahead and start the scene.
What you doing there? You blubberhead? What you doing? That's not. If you mix the dairy and the soy, it's just gonna be a mess. Ay, ay.
Hello. Can we come aboard?
Why?
Several reasons.
Who are you?
Immediately points to Joaquin.
I'm the prettiest pork sausage. Mix Scandelabra pork sausage.
We
How you
don't
doing?
sell pork sausage.
No. But I am. But I'm a pretty celebrity person, and I have a wicked need for coffee right now.
Yes, he's a pretty boy, and we thought that you, with your fantastic wares, would want to have him, who has so much influence. Some might call him an influencer. Try your coffee for free and give you a review in the papers.
We are sold out. I am just saying. What are you doing?
What do you mean sold out? Everyone always has a price.
How much are we talking?
Grab the box. Someone grab the box. Papi, did you grab the box?
So much exposure.
And you know, exposure is basically money.
It's like money.
It's a cryptic form of free money.
Exposure like this.
Um,
Marketing exposure.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm
tell
gonna
you
go
what.
take a high angle painting of myself holding your coffee, telling everyone, "Hey, here's
High
the prettiest
angle.
pork sausage."
Yes, exactly. Yes.
No. I tell you what.
Mm.
I let you come aboard, and can you make coffee?
I'm sure I can.
Triple
Back
grande,
into my
grande,
soul.
soy, cinnamon, mocha.
Cinnamon mocha sounds delicious, actually. Yeah, I could go for that.
Mocha. Have you thought of naming it the Sinner's Mocha?
Ooh,
It's
that's
good.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's not bad, but it's not bad.
This is why we are here for your marketing assistance.
Yeah. Look, we're all buds of some clout and renowning. So I
The
think
brand
clearly-
ambassador through our very soul
Yeah.
will perhaps feed
Okay.
your coffee to every poor. For some
will write a
reason,
poem.
the beep does not work anymore.
Dante and Joaquim, I want you to roll a persuasion check and
All
tell me
right.
what your result is.
Okay. So with my new numbers, because I'm level 4.
Nat
ooh,
20, 27.
yeah, he's got it. My
Dang.
persuasion's like a 17, so I'm gonna let him have it.
So while Joaquim is trying to be persuasive and is a little effective, Dante is super effective as Captain Stormbucks could use a little marketing help.
I like the sinner smoke idea. The sinner smoke idea is good. You are fired. And you just hear in the background someone just wailing, like, no, crying. My kids, I need this job. I don't care about your children. Pack up, leave. You cannot make sinner smoker. Okay.
I do not know if I should feel bad, but we're getting coffee.
We're one step closer to coffee. We'll get rid of whoever's in our way. We'll give them coffee later.
You are spilling. You are spilling.
Excuse me, I have a question, Capitan. Why are there crates of sadness at the front of your ship ripe for throwing into a harbor?
I do not consider tea sadness. I think you have not tried it in combination with espresso.
But it will put you to nappy time.
No. If you have a good chai and you do a little shot of espresso inside of it, it creates.
Oh, you have dirty, but it's chamomile. Then you have the chai, the chamomile, and then you make it dirty.
No. Here we make flavorful mixed drinks of all varieties.
What if we like our coffee black as our soul and dead inside?
We have that. We have high quality. We have the
That is all I need.
nutty kind. The all sorts of kind.
But so why is there a shortage then? Why haven't we been able to find it anywhere? Are you not
asking a lot
selling?
of questions.
I just want coffee. I'm sorry.
All right, come aboard. We shall talk marketing while I get you coffee.
Excellent. I'm sure we
thank
can
you.
make up many fantastic marketing schemes and names for you.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right.
like-
So
Yep.
So we go into the private cabin of Captain Stormbucks. So while Dante and Poppy, Dante is talking about marketing schemes. Poppy is there just to ease the connection. Joaquim, who's already volunteered to or forced volunteer to make the coffee. I need you to roll me an appropriate skill to make coffee.
Survival.
Would a performance check be applicable?
So a performance check means you look like you know how to make coffee, but you're not actually making anything.
That's
So-
just for the latte art.
So
That's
I
all
will-
the foam.
So I will allow you to roll. Actually, yeah, I will either take a survival check
Medicine.
or I will also take a medicine check, which are both the same stat. But we'll see.
Yeah. Well, they both absolutely suck for me, so haha, everyone.
Perfect.
Oh, yep, I got a fat 10. 1-0.
Okay, so I'm going to ask chat a question. What does mixed Scandelabra's coffee taste like? So, right now, I'm just going to have everyone do the scene while Joaquim is making the coffee, and I'll take the most interesting answer from chat. And go.
So the sinner's mocha will not only be able to apply to the lower class individuals who will be wanting to provide and get all of the coffee possible, as they are lowlifes and they wish to live within sin and filth and what have you. Also, the aristocrats will take delight in the idea of participating in sin. Also, by the way, is there? Can we get some coffee around here?
That is your friend is making for us.
Is that what he is doing?
Yeah, it's gonna be wicked good. Don't worry, coming up. I'm like mixing like 4 blends of beans here. I'm gonna put the cream into the beans before we brew it. I have a
Do
theory
not
about
worry.
this.
The individual here is a true innovator, an artist of his own right,
Yeah.
Yes.
and should certainly have stuck to one group of beans, like a pour over would have been good.
Yeah. About that. I don't know to pour over, so you're gonna get what you're gonna get, and if you don't like it, toss it on that guy that got fired.
So, yes.
I
So
don't
so
know
also
that's on you.
yes.
Anyways,
For,
continue with marketing. I will say I am not so interested in the poor population, mostly the nobles.
okay. How about a poem to market your coffee because the nobility loves poetry. What did you say,
They do
Dante? It
love
was
meaningless
called.
art with no points.
It's true. So Dante, it was called the Sinner's Latte?
Mocha.
Mocha, Sinner's Mocha. Okay. Sinner's Mocha, dark as my soul. Into the abyss it makes us fall. Forever, darker, more. You drink this coffee, and your life will not be a bore.
Oh, that is a cute little tag, actually. I do seem to like that tag. But
Seems a
what?
little lengthy, but sure.
But don't write haikus, all right?
All
Maybe that's-
I don't know
right.
what the
So
haiku is.
Joaquin has finished making the coffee, and when Captain Stormbucks tastes it, it tastes like a mix of dinglebobs and rancid butter.
It tastes like I am. Ooh.
It's delicious. It's absolutely flawless. You did such a good job.
Thank you. I had no idea what I was doing at any point in time. And I really think I pulled something miraculous.
Dante will immediately like try and go towards one of the windows near the like captain's quarter area, and I would like to make a check to aim it inconveniently towards the person that just got fired as I dump it over my shoulder, but look like I'm drinking it.
Okay.
So I'm definitely gonna performance check for the looking like I'm drinking it as I do this. I don't know what you would like for a targeted check.
Okay. So I mean, so I'm gonna have you roll 2 checks. One is a performance to get away with masquerading that you are drinking the coffee, and I need you to roll an acrobatics check to spit with precision on the person who got fired.
21 acrobatics and a 9 performance.
I am not sure you believe your words, sir. This to me does taste interesting, new, but maybe a waste.
Well, if I could, say something about that, like growing up as a poor person, and I know, like you said, that's not someone you really care about. I wasn't really trained in how to make coffee. You just kind of get what other people figure out in the taverns and on the streets, right? And the streets, yeah, they don't have no coffee anymore. We don't know what's going on. But maybe, just maybe, we could solve some of the poor people's problems, but also solve the lack of coffee education by maybe branching out of your boat, give coffee to the poor, give them jobs, teach them how to make a good cup of Joe, yeah, a good cup of Joaquin,
That does
and
not.
then
That does not interest me. The
but you
poor
make-
and the lives of the poor do not interest me. What does
But-
interest me is stealing ideas from the poor. So if this is a new revolutionary idea of the poor that tastes like glittery butthole and something,
well, look, it's the revolution. We're down for anything these days, all right. If
I'm
if
gonna
it
like
tastes
look at
good,
the dregs of the cup and be like, what beans did you use?
I used the beans that said bottom barrel beans. I figured that was like
You
Good
look at
stuff.
the barrel and forget to look at some of the labeling, and the labeling actually says wrong beans.
Oh, I used the wrong beans. Oh no.
You know, we could market the wrong beans as this is wrong coffee, right? This is the taste of the poor. This is what poor people like. And it could be a fascination thing for the nobles. They come and they sample, they see the rancid taste of glittery butthole that the poor enjoy. And then they leave after, and they go back to, after they taste bad coffee, after they taste this butthole coffee, then we move to a different kind of coffee.
Wait. I
So-
got it. I got
so
it.
hold
I
on,
got the
as your-
solution.
As your DM, I can, I cannot abide by you constantly calling it glittery butthole coffee. You have to call it
why
something
not?
else. You can't. You can't. I can't.
Cannot handle it.
I cannot handle it as your DM.
You have
I-
broken
I
him.
have an idea. Why don't we call it, now hear me out. We call it gutter mud. And here's why. The rich, they love to slum it with the poor, or pretend to. They think there's a lot of charm and a lot of charisma behind that, right? Here's what we do. We sell them gutter mud. We tell them it's great, it's avant-garde, it's ironic. They lap it up. Meanwhile, secretly hating it the whole time because they think this is what the poor has and this makes them grounded. Then you take that gutter mud, you ship it only to the poor, and you sell your original stock of good coffee at a jacked up price as classic coffee. Like you bring in the recipe pack, and now they want it because it has that nostalgia factor. And you're making money hand over fist because of how stupid and pretentious these rich people are. Meanwhile, the poor, they're going to get the same coffee no matter what. So I'm telling you, you can franchise out into the streets, do a switcheroo over a couple of years, and while you're not in port, you're still making buku gold. Oh my god, I'm a terrible person.
Roll me a persuasion check, because that was horrible.
I'm gonna shoot a message over to Joachim and be like, if they do not bite, we begin the revolution.
I respond back with message saying, "Viva la coffee revolution!
Vive la café révolution!
Viva la cafe!
Vive la café!
Cafe!" So, this is a deception or persuasion?
Yes, one of these.
Okay, so if we're going with deception, that's a 26.
Okay. So you managed to convince Captain Stormbucks this is a brilliant marketing plan because now I have all of this substandard coffee chafe that I can sell.
Yes. This derriere coffee. I like gutter mug. Gutter mug.
Mud, like, like the stuff on the bottom of your boots from sludging through all the dirt.
Mm-hmm. So here's the problem. You now have all of this extra substandard coffee. Think instant coffee. Like, not the good... okay, I've had instant coffee, it's tolerable. But, like, the not good 99-cent store instant coffee. Yes, exactly. That's the right reaction.
So
How do you determine who gets it first?
I do have a question, Captain? Colonel? I don't remember. So I've had bad coffee before. It's all I drink in my internship. And these wrong beans is worse than that.
I'm actually beginning to tear up, not in beauty, but in pain.
What is it really? Is it imitation? Is it okay to feed to people?
No, probably not. See, some of the beans we get rat infestation on the ship, and they poo and they mix with bean.
I thought it was the bones of the intern, so this is much better, actually, but also not
Yeah.
good.
How is no one regulating the quality of your product? There should be like some sort of administration designed for food and drugs.
That's why we separate from wrong bean to good bean. The wrong bean have been contaminated
Here,
bean.
I have a very good plan.
Good for the
Joaquin,
poor. Though.
I need you to make more of this, like enough for the crew to sample.
Mm.
And then I will
Nice stuff.
message him to inspire Viva la Café Revolution.
Vive la café revolution.
But
we take the
why should I
crew.
poison my crew? Even though we poison others and we tell them this is what the poor enjoy.
Oh, we need not to poison them, but if they are going to hot the bears, they should try it. They won't die. We did not die from whatever this friend just poured.
So, Captain, do you mind? Could you give us just a moment outside to discuss our marketing plans? Just a moment.
Yes, we do not wish to give you a half-cooked plan.
By all means, I have things to think about anyways.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, we will brew our schemes elsewhere.
Yeah.
So Poppy drags these two out of the cabin into like a quiet place and says, "All right. As you know, I have been what some may call LARPing being poor. It's not that I don't want to be a poor person, but I don't want them to die from rancid coffee. Because how will I be still of noble blood if all the poor people are dead? So what's
The
what are
plan.
we doing here? Are
The
we
hope is we feed the crew this sample and they will believe this is terrible. And then one of us stands up and makes a grand speech about how dreadful this is and how terrible it is for all of them, the working people, and society on the whole. We start an entire revolution aboard the ship. Vive la Café, as we have been discussing,
Yeah.
and
break.
then we take literally everything on the ship.
Yeah.
So we are staging a coup.
Absolutely.
I
On the
believe the
starboard
term we are
books.
on a ship, it is mutiny.
Okay.
Yeah. Maritime law and all that. Yeah. So we're gonna make sure that they don't poison the poor anymore. I thought my idea to do a bait and switch with the rich was kind of smart, but I think that's gonna be thrown overboard.
Kind
And
of a
then-
long-term marketing plan you had there.
Well,
This-
projections show the longer term investments are the yield the greatest results. But my thought is like once we make them realize that this business practice of not giving coffee to the poor and then selling substandard poison is wrong. And then we figure out who's doing this and how we can stop it, and then we literally create change.
Okay, so I am a little confused because one of you is saying we should choose violence,
Yes.
and the other of you sounds like unionizing. What's our first course of action?
Revolution is the unionization.
Of the poor. But we're doing
With
both. Both is good. We're doing
weapons.
both. I think we're unionizing and we're violencing.
There's a little tentative knock in the little area that you're in, and this big burly man kind of comes around the corner. But he looks very tired, and there's many bags under his eyes, and he says, the captain wanted to see you. Yeah.
Okay.
Walks off.
I
Are you
take
okay?
a piece of gutter mud and I hand it to the big guy and I say, "Hey, you're looking tired. Here's some coffee that your captain wants you to have. Does it taste like something you deserve? Let me know."
This is worse than the batch I made. Oh no. And he just wanders off looking sad, going, oh no, but still sipping. Like he's still going. Because he knows his captain wants him to drink it.
Joaquin feels sad and under his breath just goes, "I think I broke the soul of a good, hardworking, poor person. My brother, I destroyed you."
I do not believe you have committed this war crime.
Right. Well, what are we going to tell the captain?
I'm very sad that my usual beeping is not working. I have many opinions.
So we're going to go in there and we're going to declare revolution, or we're going to go in there and go along with what he wants.
Maybe we should do a two-prong attack like my horns, right? Maybe you and Dilettante, you talk to the captain. They're gonna like your money and your fancy words, Magic Man. But then I go off to the working people, my people, and I start telling them about like how they deserve better and more. And then while you're doing one, I'm doing the other.
We
Joaquin.
can tell the captain that you are learning how to make the better coffee from the other workers.
Joaquin, I have an idea.
Ooh,
What
so good.
if you get a sample of the wrong beans and take it to the people in the cafes? Because I think, isn't that where Tiny is right now? Meet up with Tiny and and show the poor cafes that this ship's selling them poison, and then we will figure something out here.
Okay, I like that. How about this? I start with the boat because if we're gonna bring the riot back to the boat, we're gonna need decks on hand to kind of help us along. We don't want to have innocent people getting trounced on by innocent people here.
Or we could get the deck.
Oh yeah. Okay, divide and conquer. You start off with the captain. You go for the deck. I'm gonna get all the gut and mud and the wrong bean. I'm gonna start hitting the cafes. They'll probably be starving for coffee, and they'll give me attention. Me and Tiny will rise up. We'll come back. We'll overthrow the storm bucks. But we gotta make sure we get their trading routes, or else this is only a one-time solution. We gotta get all the coffee.
You're right. All right. Be careful.
We do need to ensure that we secure the coffee.
Yeah.
Yes. I think it will be easy to loot the good stuff if there's an entire revolution happening on this boat.
Yes. Good. This is a good plan.
Okay, break.
Go
Yo,
team.
team. I said at the same time. You owe me a coffee.
I do not.
Owe me a coffee. I'm gonna fight you.
I do not owe you anything.
I will fist
certainly
fight you
do
like a
not-
high school child.
Certainly do not owe you a coffee.
Agree to disagree.
So I guess just me and Dante then will go back to see the captain. And Joaquim, you're attempting to steal wrong beans.
I'm gonna steal the wrong bean and the gutter mud, and I'm gonna take it off ship and go to the cafes with Tiny.
All right, so let me start off with Joaquim attempting to steal the wrong beans. When you go into some of the lower levels of the ship, you encounter 3 other crew members. So I'm gonna have Sam play a barista. I'm gonna have Tobias play the grinder of beans, or whatever wrong beans are made of. And then I'm gonna have Izzy play a sales clerk who has to be familiar with the new product because she is new. So you have to somehow
establish what the wrong beans are.
Yes, they did. They said you don't want to know. It's awful. You don't want to know. So
Perfect.
Keeping in mind, Tobias, that you're going to be making those things, but audience, you specifically said you don't want to know. Use your best judgment and go.
Wearing a gas mask, the individual will be it's a terrible, like, grotesque looking device. It's rusted. You hear this awful, terrible, like, metal grinding noise as they just, like, are staring lifelessly into the abyss.
And then you also see a very vacant looking tabaxi. These are my tabaxi ears. And she's just making the mud water.
There you also see the sales clerk taking inventory, but the entire time she just looks like she's seeing things,
Okay, and Joaquin, this is what you have to kind of walk into. Unless you roll a really high stealth roll, really high, you're gonna gain attention of these people who there's no other moving parts, so you're just gonna grab attention.
Ryan, do I have time to cast a spell?
It depends on the spell and how long it takes.
Okay. So I will actually let dealer's choice on this one.
Okay.
So the first choice is second level, 1 hour long spell called Invisibility, whereby everything I touch and put on my person also becomes invisible with me. Conversely, we could also do the disguise self spell. My intention with this spell would be to look like Captain Stormbuck herself, themselves, to also enter the scene as this individual. So dealer's choice, whichever one you want to use.
Since both spells are going to result in different encounters, I would say player's choice.
Okay. Let's go with I think we're gonna have more fun if I pretend to be the captain than if I'm invisible. I think invisible will just kind of ruin the mood. So I'm gonna disguise self, and I'm going to now be Captain Stormbucks.
Okay. And since it lasts an hour, you could go ahead and attempt that. And go.
All right. So I turned myself into Captain Stormbucks really fast, and I'll look and act just like her. But I need to know, Izzy, what was their voice and accent like?
I switched it like 3 times. I don't know.
Good.
Perfect.
I'll go with that.
Canon.
I'll go with that. So Captain Stormbucks just kicks the door open wide and comes in, and she says, "All right, you annoying bean-sucking eyeless ghost devils. Here's what we're going to need from you. I am doing a very aggressive ad campaign with these new people up on the top side of the boat. I'm going to need all of the wrong bean, the gutter mud. That's what we're calling some of the new stuff, and I'm going to need it now. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to go. I'm going to go off the ship, yeah. I'm going to leave and go to the basic place of the streets where they are. I don't really care about them, but this is a way for us to make more money.
Captain,
What is
you all right?
Of course, I'm fine. I'm Captain Stormbucks. This is my like every day.
Just seems like you're switching your accents a lot.
You trying something new?
I don't know what you're talking about. Now, if I get one more question about the way I talk, I'm gonna rip your tongues out, and I'm gonna keep them around a necklace so I can talk just like you.
All right. Any character who is currently suspicious, you may roll an investigation roll.
I'm completely fooled.
Is this was this with our own investigation stats or
I'm
with...
gonna keep. I'm gonna say that it's with your own investigation stats. You're essentially trying to do an intelligence check, or investigation check, since that's what works against this guy's self.
I got a 19 on the die face for a 21.
Okay.
6 on the die for 7.
All right. So only the barista feels like something's amiss.
You can call me barista number 3 because that's what the captain calls me.
Barista number 3 feels like something is amiss. The grinder and the neo salesperson don't know, but at the same time, I'm gonna roleplay with the effect that the barista doesn't want to make it obvious that something is wrong, but you know something is wrong. And go.
What did you want, Captain? What was it?
Right. So, like I was saying, yeah, we're going to take all the wrong bean, and we're going to make a new thing called it's called gutter mud, right? And I'm going to take it. I'm going to need as much as I can of it because I'm going to the streets, yeah, where those poor people are that I don't really much care for.
Talk to the poor people.
Normally, I don't. But see, I'm trying this whole thing out, yeah, where I'm trying to like make money off of what little they have and trick them and give them a worst stock of bean.
I'd like to open the rusty metal grinder to retrieve the sadness inside, and just wafts out the stench of utter death.
Okay, so I'm going to treat this as the effect of Stinking Cloud.
Yay, gas mask.
Yeah, boo. Concentration spells suck. Okay. So I make a constitution save?
Hold on, let me go and get the Stinking Cloud effect here. So the grinder opens up, and there is this yellowish tinge powder that kind of like emanates from the device, and you would need to make a concentration save
Okay.
against a certain number. Please tell me what that number is.
Sure. So the perfect. That should be an 18.
An 18. For the barista and for the sales clerk, what did they roll?
An 8.
An 8. And the sales clerk?
Oh, a 21.
Okay, so the grinder, the sales clerk are fine. The barista uh, basically at this point has her suspicions confirmed, but she can't move because she's choking in the death smell that is wrong beans.
What you asked for.
How many shipments would you like? I can get some of the boys to bring them over later.
Right. Give me two shipments of this absolute travesty. And just because you subjected me to this absolute nightmare, I'm gonna fire the one who's coughing a lot right now. If you can't handle it, then you need to get off the ship. You're fired.
Imposter.
See, don't listen to her. She can't even say impossible posture. She's fired. She's clearly not meant to work on this boat.
Are you right, darling?
Annoying coworker anyway.
What are you trying to say?
Fraud.
All right. I'm not gonna have a problem on my boat. Now leave, and I start shooing the coughing barista number 3 out the door, and I immediately close and lock it.
All right, so the horrible smell of wrong beans is still in the air, but some time has passed by, so this barista now can breathe, and you've shoved her out of the room, meaning that she's probably going to tell somebody.
Yes, but I'm locked in the room.
Copy that.
Crap.
Meanwhile, we're going to switch to the other scene where we have Poppy and Dante trying to talk to Captain Stormbucks.
Oh, you have come back. Yes. So I have done much thinking, and I think it will be difficult for me to market this to the poor right away, specifically because I must talk to my sponsor. You see, I have sold most of my shipments of the good beans already, but if the strategy does not work with theirs, it becomes more complicated. So I am thinking I send you to meet. Where is the third? Where is the third one? The one
He
with the
had to go to the bathroom urgently. Urgently.
Probably the wrong beans. Then I shall send you the wrong beans with right through me too. I am glad that you walked out for a bit because it was not a good smell. I think that I should send you to my sponsor, and you two can meet them and do the persuasion for me. Right? Worst what will happen is they kill you. No skin off my back.
So I'm going to have a question for chat. What is the name of the sponsor / company that bought most of the good beans? I will take the most clever answer based on chat. So I'm going to type that in right now. Continue the scene.
Dante does not intend for us to be killed by any city sponsor. I believe that we will be completely successful in everything we seek to achieve.
Is your sponsor of the noble class? Are they a businessman
I only
person?
work with the nobles, just so you know. My sponsor is not of much concern to you. I just have to meet you. You just chat, maybe die or not die, depending on if you are successful, and then you scare you along. Shoo shoo.
Do you have any tips for the not dying?
Don't say anything to piss him off. Don't. try not to behave like your friend with the futzing with the coffee and the taste. That was
We
very
do
bad.
not speak of that anymore. That is a memory we are seeking to forget.
It was just
Glittering tasted of anyway.
taste I only normally appreciate in specific contexts, but this was not the context I was hoping to taste. You know.
Very well. Let us
Choo-choo.
shall we?
Okay.
I have to meet with you at the third port down the line. So you go out, you hang a right, and you keep walk, and then they meet you there. No.
Can you draw me a ridiculous map?
Oh,
Thank you.
oh, you're quite an artist. You should pursue art instead of poisonous bean selling
Hey
someday.
Ryan, how ridiculous is this map?
Wait, what?
How ridiculous is this map? You know those draw something and then send it away correspondence schools, and then you come back and you're supposed to draw these things. It looks like a 5-year-old drew it.
Quite the artist.
That is the would you like crayons for the map? Did you for color code?
No. I have my own art tools right here. You look and they're just like some like various, like they're not like pens like this. They're like just basically random metal instruments that she's just dipped in hot wax or something and then drawn with it.
I whispered to Dante, I think she's a sociopath.
Anyways, run along, children. Goodbye.
That would make sense. Come, let us
Goodbye.
follow this.
Crying out my window. Quit with the cry. You are already fired. Why cry more? I did not pour hot coffee on you. That was not me.
We're gonna
I do
switch
not know
back.
who that was.
We're gonna switch back to Joaquin, who is still inside the area with the grinder and the sales clerk, and the wafting has died down a bit, still potent, but barista is locked outside, and definitely confirmed their suspicion. And go.
Right, all right. So you see this coffee, it must go right away, and it must go to me, and then I will take it out to the boat. Please, they help me. Give me the loads of the wrong bean now, if you could.
You hear a frantic knocking on the door, like just banging on the door.
Don't pay attention to that. That is the knocking of a fired person. Fired people are not people. We ignore that noise. Please give me the
Very
coffee.
emotional. They're already fired. I don't know why they're still crying.
Exactly. See, this is why I keep you a job, because you have focus. You are a good person. I keep you a job.
I'll just
So
hand over the grinding like equipment.
thank you.
That should be fine.
All right, thank you. Yes.
The banging continues, and then you hear from behind the door yell, "Stop him! He's an imposter!"
See, clearly, this person, they are cuckoo crazy nuts. I am not this him imposter. I am me, Stormbucks, Captain Extraordinaire.
All right. So, as your storyteller, I'm going to tell you I'm setting a timer. You have 3 minutes to solve what you need to do before I send other people to come in game. Go.
All right, so you have now 45 seconds to give me what I asked for when I first came in here, or you are fired for lack of duty. New girl, new person. Give me the coffee I asked for now. You have 30 seconds. Let's go. Come on, 29, 28.
Start doing the thing.
Give me.
Box, the second box, she's shaking so much it starts to spill. Oh, I'm sorry.
Your competence will be forgiven only on this day because I'm in a good mood. I take it. I put it in my inventory. I take it. I put it in my Monkey Island-esque hammer space.
The
and I take it-
barista starts trying to knock down the door because she knows that you weren't her boss, and she knows she's not fired, and she doesn't want to get fired by her real boss.
So now that I have all of the coffee, I look to them and I say, listen, everything she says is a lie. You do not trust the fired people. Stand your ground. She is cuckoo crazy nuts. Until then, you keep your job. and I walk over to the locked door. I open it, and I look at her, and I cast Charm Person.
Okay. Let's see here. Charm person.
So Charm Person.
Mhm.
Yep, got it up there. You attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range. Skip ahead. Wisdom save 14. The charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance. When the spell ends, a creature knows it was charmed by you.
All
Okay,
right.
very important. For the wisdom save, do I use Poppy's bonus just to make this easier?
I
Great die
want
face.
I'm gonna say you add +1.
That'll do it because I rolled a 13.
Ah.
Okay. So as Joaquin attempts to charm a person, Barista's so pissed, doesn't care.
No, he's an imposter. He's a stop him, and she'll start to just like grab his wrist and try to prevent him from moving forward.
Okay, we're gonna go very quickly into rolling initiative, but the only two contestants at this point are Joaquin and the barista. Please roll me your initiative.
Yep.
So Sam, assume that your standard is going to be +1 on everything, because this is not a pushover barista.
Got it.
The grinder's dead inside. You can't see through his gas mask.
Yes.
Just
Joaquin,
staring.
What did you roll?
Not great. That is a 10.
10. Okay. Barista, what
got-
did you roll?
An 11.
An 11. Okay.
So close.
Barista goes first. What did you want to do? When in doubt, you can use Poppy's skill set.
Okay, she's going to just like beat on him with her fists because she's frantic and she needs this job.
Got it. So basically an unarmed attack. Okay,
Yes.
Go ahead and roll to attack.
Say 14.
14. Does that beat your DC, PJ?
My DC of a 14 beats my armor class.
Okay, great. So you take 1 point of damage because
Okay.
her franticness just hits you very, very hard. Next, Joaquin,
All right.
your action.
So, since you're not actually fired, Joaquin can handle that okay, but Joaquin cannot handle actually attacking you, the working class who deserves nice things. So instead, I'm going to cast Sleep on you. It's not a will save in this edition. Instead, I have to roll more hit dice than your current HP.
That is correct.
So let's see, 4 and 4 is 8. 6 makes that 14, 2 more d8s. So that should be 30 HP of sleep dice, if you will.
Okay.
That probably does it since Poppy's HP is 27 and this barista has not been schooled in the ways of psychic arts.
Yes. So immediately the barista passes out and just goes unconscious.
I whisper in a way so they don't hear. It's just like, don't worry. When you wake up, the revolution will give you much coffee. And then I run away with the bad bean, the wrong bean in the gutter mud, leaving them to sleep peacefully on the ground. And I shout as a storm captain, the Stormbucks, I say, do not wake her. This is the last break she's going to get before she is 100% completely, totally fired. And I abscond with E-beam.
Okay, that ends that conflict. All right. So, where is everyone now? Now that Joaquin got the sample that he needed to get.
I assume we're like crew quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were trying to go. They wanted us to see the sponsor, so we have to decide whether we're gonna listen to them or.
That's good. We should convene.
Yeah, you all need to have a conversation to figure out where to go next.
So if we speak to the sponsor, we know where they are. So I do not believe we need to wait. But if we wish to start sparking conflict, we should probably begin sowing the seeds of treachery in the seed.
I think one thing about the sponsor is I don't want them to see our faces, because if this is part of their scheme, they may be very powerful in orchestrating this coffee shortage all across Scandelabra. So maybe we can do some reconnaissance. And how do we do both? That's the question.
Well, I do believe that we can take care of that on any time. I'm sure they are in town for a moment.
At
But
this point, Tiny arrives, just trying to just coming late. Izzy? What has detained Tiny from getting there as quick to join everybody at Captain Sorbunk's?
She has because she was eating a lot of sugar earlier, like cakes and cakes, candies and candies, just to just to fight off the sugar addiction. She had a massive sugar crash and was just asleep on a table for like literally hours.
Okay, so as she arrives, she still does a little bit of investigation work, and she realizes but she doesn't able to put this puzzle piece together. She just get word that there is another company out there named Vecna's Taste Buds that seems to have some level of coffeeness to it. You're not sure how you came across the information, but your ability to investigate things is quite legendary. And go.
Guys, where have y'all been?
Oh, here, good.
I've been places.
Where have you been?
I mostly sleeping. I feel a lot better now than I did earlier. Plus, I got wanted some coffee. If you guys want to hear about it.
I'm sorry, what?
Beckner's coffee, I think it was called.
Is it real coffee?
It's from what I hear. Just word on the street at least.
All we have on this ship is a bunch of chamomile and utter
Poison!
Poison? Wait, what? What have you guys been doing this entire time with that I've been asleep?
preparing to watch an individual potentially kill the entire lower class with low class coffee.
Oh my gosh, it's a terrible idea. Where would anybody get that idea even from?
I don't know. There's a sponsor that they have that they said is really their plan, and we were going to meet with him, but I don't want to meet with him. I don't want him to know who we are. I want to expose him.
So there's the new coffee place. There's the whatever place you came from, and then there's some sort of sponsor place. Where are we going? What are we doing? That's my thought process.
Well, I think Joaquin has obtained a sample of the wrong beans and is going to alert the town folk. So what can we do that is most helpful to him?
I do believe sowing the seeds of deceit on this ship would be the primary cause, and then afterwards we attempt to investigate if we have the capabilities.
All right, let's do that.
Okay, so what order would the players like to go and handle the situation?
So I think first we're gonna try to inform the crew about this dastardly deed. Does that sound right? And then hopefully meet up with Joaquin, who has revolutionized the people, and maybe at some point take a peek at who that sponsor is.
Okay.
I want to go find the crying barista that was fired.
That's a good start. Yeah.
It was Vecna's Coffee was the name of the place?
Vecna's Taste Buds.
I don't know if Vecna's it might be copyright, so let's go with Vecma, because that is a character in a very popular D&D campaign, I believe.
Well, the nice part about Dungeons and Dragons, so information which is really, really important to know. The wonderful thing about running a Dungeons and Dragons game on live stream is that Dungeons and Dragons has an open license for us to use those characters because it is part of how they are able to distribute knowledge, information, and fandom. So yes, we can actually use Vecna's Taste Buds because we're not publishing this, we're just using this for roleplay. So Vecna's Taste Buds it is. Now that you have the information on why we can talk about those things in the D&D world, let's continue with our story.
I mean, I am. Did y'all have coffee yet? Because I'm kind of under right now.
I wish to die.
Yeah, I kind of want to go to the place that has coffee. I'm not gonna lie.
I could almost write poetry like Poppy at this point.
Well, I know. To do this quickly, wait, what did you say about my poetry?
Nothing.
Never mind. Never mind. Why don't we talk to that crying barista and then have her radicalize the ship?
That
And
was
then,
my hope.
yes, let's do it.
Okay.
That works for me.
All right. I'm assuming Joaquin has come back at this point because otherwise, yeah, just for the sake of brevity, Joaquin has arrived at this point before you start talking to the barista because that timing is important. So let's start with that scene.
Yeah. So Joaquin is running, this kind of awkward bulginess, and as they run, you kind of see like the shimmer, 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 and then wipe. And at first, it looks like the Captain Stormbucks is running at you, and then after that effect, you see Joaquin running at you, and he's like, "All right, I got the coffee. I may have fired someone. We're good to go. What are we doing? What are we doing?"
I think we're talking to some crying lady.
Radicalizing baristas.
Yes, radicalize the baristas. Let them know that Captain Stormbucks just savagely fired someone for no reason. I think that might help a little bit.
What was it again? Viva la Café Revolution?
Viva la Café Revolution. Yeah,
Got it. Good tagline. Good teamwork.
we got this. In the meantime, I'm going to go radicalize people on the streets. Do you need me here on the boat? I think you're good.
I think we are fine. We are going to have this very sad individual cry about revolution to her fellow ex-co-workers, and then we are going to go find the people with the actual coffee.
Yeah, and I'm going to go make sure everyone in the streets is wicked mad about this bad coffee. I'll see you guys in about maybe an hour or two.
I do not know. It depends on if I take a nap.
Oh,
The sooner the better. We're all going to crash quite soon.
okay.
Can you
Tiny
pick
is...
Or
What was
little
that?
bro.
Oh, that's a good... Hey, let's flip a coin. Hold on. Okay, so you're the little sister. I'm the big brother today.
Okay, later, big bro.
Later, little sis. Be good. Don't kill anybody.
I'll do my best.
Yeah.
All right. Players, in what order would you like to run these scenes? Since we have about 40 minutes left, which is really 30 minutes before we have to do recaps, I will allow you to dictate to me what order you want these scenes to happen, and I'll tell you the results. I mean, results as in
I am
I'll
happy to
responding
go
to you.
hunt down a blitheringly sobbing barista immediately.
Let's do it.
Sounds like first, and then maybe
Mhm.
second Joaquin, and then lastly getting a peek at that sponsor.
Okay, great. Let's start off with Dante trying to find the barista. It's not that difficult because the last time we were with the barista, she was knocked unconscious from where Joaquin was coming from. So it's
I
going
think
to
he means the first
The
barista.
first one.
The one that he spit coffee on that got fired in the first scene.
okay. Thank you for the clarification.
100%. Yes.
That is
It's a lot of crying baristas here.
that's a lot of crying baristas. We're gonna have PJ playing the crying barista because
Okay.
Just waiting for the.
I was like 3 months away from benefits.
I cannot believe I am so sorry. You are covered in this terrible coffee. Who could have possibly done this?
It was probably Stormbucks.
Yes, I agree. It was probably Starbucks.
You try so hard. You clock in early. You do extra hours of work. You take other people's shifts because you want to be the good one, and then they just fire you no matter what.
I understand that is the way of this capitalistic society, but let me tell you how you fight against such things. Viva
Yes.
la Café Revolution.
Well, this is rough.
The Cafe Revolution. Where is that? It sounds nice.
What we can do is you can be the changing foundation of this very ship. No more Capitan. Provide mutiny in the idea that no longer will you have to be under Storm whatever's tyranny.
Oh.
Star whatever.
So
Storm Star. cloak.
So we overthrow the captain.
And
create
then
a
you
mutiny.
create your own cafe with blackjack and hookers and call it Viva la Café Revolution.
Oh, I
Yes.
like that.
See, now while I cannot relate to the pain of wage labor, I can relate to dark, dark suffering. And what better way to ease your suffering than to push that suffering onto others through spreading your pain, your story, and radicalizing them against the man, the woman, the person that is making you squeeze these beans.
Yeah.
No,
I
me and-
mean, what's that?
I was just gonna say, me and my older brother, we grew up really hard. It was really hard for us on the streets growing up, and I did all sorts of unspeakable things just to make it work. Unspeakable, disgusting things. Did a lot of it. Some of it was pretty fun. I'm just saying that if you want to get anywhere, you got to destroy the institutions that are putting you down constantly, because there's a lot of that.
They
And I
cannot
don't know-
stand for this systemic issue.
Whatever, but just slap her. That's what I think.
I always thought it didn't really seem fair that I'm being paid just enough to become dependent upon this job, but not enough to actually live in any sense of stability or joy.
So imagine if you took the helm and
Yeah.
ensured the betterment of your people by creating from the rubble of this mess through mutiny and hardship. You rose
Yeah.
from the ashes and started your own coffee-based business. Viva la Café.
Like a phoenix. We could call ourselves Phoenix Bean or that or whatever. I'll talk to someone. You know what? Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start telling the
You should
others.
first start by gaining the support of your fellow ex-co-workers.
You should
Yeah.
burn everything. You should just burn everything to the ground and
Yeah.
dump things into the ocean.
You should the tea. Throw out the
Yes.
tea.
Yes, do you see these crates and crates of chamomile? They are an affront to your line of work. They are a mockery of what you do. Gather your cohorts, toss those crates into the sea like you toss off the chains of your
Yeah.
working class.
Yeah, you know what? And I'm gonna serve punch, and I'm gonna get some pizza, and we're gonna make this a big old party of tea. A party of tea. It's gonna be. Guys, thank you so much for inspiring me when I was at my lowest point. I'm gonna start to get a violent mob together, serve some tea and some pizza, and I'm going to eviscerate the proletariat because of you guys.
All right, so we're gonna go into the next scene. However, this originates the beginning of the caustic tea party. Next, Joaquin. Joaquin, what are you doing?
So, with the terrible coffee that I've absconded with, I'm going to go like cafe to cafe, people in the streets who are tired, the bums, the working class, all that, and I'm gonna give them, and I'm gonna start this kind of speech, which will eventually turn into a massive song and dance production number. It's gonna be fantastic. There's gonna be great choreography and lights.
Oh, you
You're
know
gonna
I'm
love
not
it.
gonna let you just say that. You kind of have to perform that. You do know that, right?
Oh, I actually have lyrics. Parody law will allow me to do this. I have lyrics ready for the song. So
All right.
first, I'm gonna, yeah. So I'm giving the coffee, and as they're like recoiling in terror of both taste and texture, I let them know like that's the coffee they want to feed you. That's the coffee they're choking you so that you will thank them to buy. Are you mad? Are you bubbling? Well, I have a song for you.
All right, Sam, Tobias, and Izzy, you are the audience.
So I start casting minor illusion, thaumaturgy. I'm making this a one-man band
Mhm.
as I
Show us
start
what you
saying,
got.
the time is near, so near, stirring the bean in your cup, yet beware. Don't let the wine go to your coffee mugs. We need a sign to rally the people, to cafe them to arms, to bring them in line. Poor people, wake up. What's wrong today? You look as if you've seen a really bad roast, some wine, and say, what's going on? A bad roast, you say? A bad roast, maybe. She was just like a bad roast to me. 1 minute there, and then she was gone. I am agog, I am aghast, I am Joachim in love at last. I have never heard an oh and ah by talk of battles, of coffee to be won. And here comes Don Juan's Cafe Blend. It's really nice. It's better than an opera. Time for us all to decide who we are. Do we fight for the right coffee? To a night at the cafe ship? Have you asked yourselves what's the price you will pay? Is it simply a game, or do you have the bad cafe au lait for a rich or poor young boy to drink and play? The colors of the world, they are changing day by day. Red, the blood of angry poor. Black, the color of a bad roast poor. Red, a world about to dawn. Black, the poetry of Poppy's heart song. Have you seen her today? Poppy's music, you might know how it feels so tragique to be stuck to the bone in a moment of sleepless nights. Have you been there today? You might also have known that the world could be changed, but in one revolution song. And what was right seemed wrong, and what was wrong seemed right. Red is the fire, a light in my soul. I can't sing. A light in my soul. Black, the world, if the roast is not there. Red, the color of bad creamer. And black is the color of my coffee dispenser. There's more. I'm just gonna cut it. I'm
Very, very
Red.
like Jesus hands are up,
Boy,
feeling the
I love
vibe.
musicals. I do love musical theater.
And then I start to transform into Leroux and the drums marching, the little flute puffing as the sounds of like a triumphant, valiant army coming back from a hellacious battle starts to like be slowly playing on the horizon and grows into this valiant crescendo as I say, on his funeral day, they will honor his name with the light of rebellion ablaze in their coffee mugs. With their candles of grief, we will kindle our flames. Barista, espresso, on the tomb of La Marque shall a barricade rise. The time is here, no demise. Let us welcome it gladly with courage and cheer. Let us take to the streets with no doubt in our hearts for the jubilant shouts. They will come one and all. They will come when the good coffee calls. Viva la café revolution!
A cafe revolution.
The Cafe Revolution!
God, I hate us.
God, I love us.
It's love hate.
And
You're
people
beautiful,
wonder
PJ.
why this is my cast. I'm going to. Okay, so as your storyteller slash gossip master, I'm going to say by virtue of you actually introduced a musical parody in the middle of a totally improv 2 hour show of D&D, I'm going to improv the fact that your coffee revolution is a success. You do not have to roll anything because you put enough effort just making that parody happen and you performed this live. Certain things should be allowed to happen. I allow that happen. So, PJ, you have 1 minute to explain what the effect is on the populace of Scandelabra, taking into effect that this is what you are attempting to do. You have 1 minute and go. Tell me what happens.
With the pants and underwear hung high above 17th and Morning Hill and Crestview and everything else, we take these two undergarments of Joachim, we wave it wildly as the revolution of hundreds and thousands of sleep-deprived, coffee-deprived, hard-working, sweat-on-the-brow working class and poor storm to the boats. With the mutiny already underway, Captain Storm brew is thrown wide off the ship. The tea is destroyed and absconded. The tall Grande, Vente, and Trente sails are torched with great speed. All the coffee is taken. The manifests, the trade shipping manifests, are also taken. The boat is broken down for smaller boats for more trade, and the good bean starts becoming just thrown into the air and celebrated as it is now literally being carried through the streets. And for the next weeks upon months, good, perfect coffee is brewed for rich and poor, man and woman, and mix alike. As now we have the shipping manifest, so we can find those trade routes, so we can get good coffee for ourselves without having to rely upon an oligarchical oppressor.
Time. Okay, that was your 1 minute. In the interest of time, we have we still have some time before we need to end things. But let's the next thing I think we're gonna do is okay, I wrote something down. I cannot read my own handwriting. Oh, sponsor. There we go. Sponsor.
Before
How
we
do-
move to the next scene, I just want to say the one guy who was really into the song in the crowd
Mhm.
while storming the ship is yelling, "Good coffee and more funding for musical theater and the arts."
You know, it's
This
really a
game's getting
shame.
real.
It really is a shame how much money is going into war and public sports, and like there's so much creativity being crushed by this.
Yes.
It is so in line with my politics. It's amazing.
Yeah, most
Welcome.
people don't like politics in their game. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry.
I'm not. Welcome to D&D, and this is what's real. When you
Too
have
much
no
milk.
script and you just allow people to be people, we have cafe revolutions. We have the arts. We are bohemians. This is what I am sensing. Viva la coffee creme.
Yes. The creme of the creme is cafe creme.
Cafe creme. Viva la cafe creme. All right. Now, let us deal with how are we going to deal with the sponsorship ideal. What's going on there?
So I think we want to sneak, like while the chaos is beginning, Poppy will say, "All right, looks like everything has popped off, as they say in the lower class. So we should, before they abscond, let's see if we can just get eyes on who this sponsor is."
Hey,
Go-
guys.
Oh, go ahead. Izzy?
I was just gonna say I have eyes. I can go look. I don't know if it's a good idea, but I don't know them. I wasn't there for any of the earlier stuff.
So what I will say is anyone can do an investigation check just based on the different things that are happening. I will give Izzy an advantage. You can roll twice to try to figure out what's going on with the sponsor. Go ahead and tell me your results.
Tiny, if you would like to get a closer look, perhaps I could make you a little more see-through, yes?
Yeah.
I will grab Tiny's tiny face and shake it dramatically and very tiredly because we have to wake up and cast invisibility.
Oh, you're casting what, invisibility?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Tiny can go get a better look.
Copy. Or coffee.
Copy.
Enough for advantage.
Yeah. I mean, like, you're invisible. I mean, you still roll with advantage. But this might have a different effect.
22 investigation.
I got 22 too.
I got 17,
Okay.
but I'm gonna run in pretty close too,
Mhm.
and I don't know what I see as I run through the sponsor area.
We'll hang back.
So you run through the sponsor area and you realize, looking at the manifest, that Vecna's taste buds are all over buying almost all of the good bean shipment. Almost all of it. And they have put a lot of those crates on a cargo ship that is meaning to sail elsewhere. And you know, just from certain knowledge, that they're doing this because they could sell the coffee for a lot more than they could at Scandelabra, potentially 5 to 10 times more. It's a very, very lucrative coffee route that they're about to get onto. The ship itself has not sailed yet. In fact, you managed to sabotage a lot of the crates going anywhere by having the rally of Viva Cafe Revolucion storm the particular boat that would have sailed. However, the person in charge of that business is nowhere to be found unless you look for this person. I leave it up to you. Do you want to find this person knowing that you already managed to get the coffee back into Scandelabra?
Yes.
You also have about 10 minutes before we need to start doing reports. So I leave it to you.
I would absolutely love to find this person, and I'm happy to go look.
Okay?
To expose them.
Okay. You need to give me an investigation check, and you need to roll high.
I'm going to use luck to add another d20.
All right. Perfect. Perfect use of that. Tell me what your total result is.
Ooh, I rolled real low. So.
Not great. 19.
19.
Oh, 19 plus my investigation, sorry.
Yes, you need to. Yes,
20,
please.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Is anybody else going to investigate?
Mine was 8, so I don't think that's gonna
No.
work.
No. Within the whole inspiration of just people trying to get the loads of good bean off of that ship, just people just start just raiding that ship. It's really hard to find the person in charge. Dante thinks that he sees people running away from the ship, but it's like 10 different people. You don't necessarily know who it is. I mean, it looks like it's members of the crew, but any one of them could be the person in charge.
This is unfortunate. We cannot signify a culprit.
Well, maybe we can find him a clue. As Brian, I would like to find a pack of the wrong beans and cast identify to see if there's anything weird.
Okay. Read for the audience the effect of identify.
Okay. You choose one object that you touch. If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them. Details. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. So basically, if they are in any way like magical or been spellified, it would reveal that. But I don't think it would reveal if it was just like, like raisins.
Got it. Copy that. Okay. I will say that the spell works. You know that the wrong bean is not actually magical. It's just kind of like chafe and some other stuff that you realize is bioorganic in nature, but you choose not to look any further. It doesn't tell you anything beyond that.
Well, it wasn't a mage that started this wrong bean catastrophe. At least we know that. I think that if we are not able to find who this sponsor was, maybe it is another day that we will bring him down, but we should at least...
Oh, we will bring this dastardly culprit down.
To justice.
There's no question.
I think maybe we should get a final statement from the beleaguered Captain Stormbucks. That way we can thoroughly at least expose her in Poison Tulips.
All right. So you are now looking for Captain Stormbucks. So, Izzy, what would Captain Stormbucks be doing at this point? Because her ship is seized, people are revolting and rebelling. Somehow, you lost control of your ship. What is she doing now?
She is. There's a random man that she's confronting in the middle of the street.
Mm-hmm.
And she's screaming at him basically.
Okay.
Which I can do.
All right.
But the man that she's talking to looks a little bit more aristocratic.
All right.
Not like a top echelon aristocrat by any means, but like probably like an assistant of some kind to some sort of aristocrat.
Okay.
But yeah, she's rushing over to him. This is your fault. I don't know what it is, but it is. I got messed up in the business of your sponsors, and here I am. My business ruined. All of my crew members gone. This is you. This is you. She like grabs him by the throat.
My fault. My fault. Listen, all we do is order the thing. Our ship was boarded. You think we want this trouble? No, don't get your scruffy hands off my collar.
She's gonna like push him and then be like, my business. You will pay for this. You will compensate me.
You will pay. We're paying for nothing. Get your filthy, poor hands off me, and I am going back to my ship.
Poor.
And he sachets away.
I'd like to message anyone in the vicinity that's my homie in this party and just go, oh damn!
Era Revolution remix.
Dante, I wish you would not use message in that way. Look, I'm talking like you now. How did it happen?
The puppy is just picking up on the excellent dialect.
She at this point, like, wait, actually, does she notice that they're in the area?
Is any of the other three looking to be found? Otherwise, they're easily found because you would know who they are. They're high profile to you. You were just dealing business with them.
Yeah. If I see them, then she's gonna basically like draw her sword and be like, "This was your idea. The horned one. This was your idea to sell the wrong bean."
I don't know what you're talking about. This is not. And dissonant whispers I cast at her.
Okay.
Oh no, scratch that. I'm gonna cast Crown of Madness.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know what it does. So Izzy, go ahead and roll me against roll me a wisdom check. You have to beat a 12.
Am I using
You're not using your stats, just go ahead and go straight off the roll plus and plus 0.
Oh, I did get a nat 20.
You got a nat 20. So while Poppy attempts to use her bardic Crowd of Madness, Captain Stormbucks is not even remotely phased.
We gotta go.
Somebody do something.
Really fast. Am I there? Am I still at the revolution? I got a little confused.
No, you're still there. I mean, the revolution is still happening. You're not, revolution is still happening without you because
Sure.
you've done that.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do then is we don't have time for a compelled duel. Oh, I really want to sword fight her. You know what? Forget it. I am just going to cast a level 2 sleep on this person, and then we can run away like whooping crabs in the night.
All right, roll me how many hit points sleep takes effect on.
All right, so for a level 2 sleep, it is 2d8 more than level 1 sleep, so that means I have 7d8 dice to roll. I just rolled 3, and that is 18 to start.
Okay, continue.
18 plus 17 is 88, so it'd be 35.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another 7, which would make it
42.
42. So that is 42 hit dice to knock her right out.
She is knocked right out.
Uh, so I look at her and I just say like, the era of your power is done. Sleep well and know that you will wake up tomorrow. One of us with a new start knocks out. I looked at everyone. I'm like, cheese it, and I just start running.
I do not think they had enough coffee.
Tiny at this point comes over and is like, guys, where did everyone go?
I would love
We're
to,
running,
while
Tiny.
running, pick up Tiny.
While you pick up Tiny picks up the hat and is like, cool hat.
And I'm like, yeah, trophy of the revolution over here.
All right, you managed to escape, get away, and you are all very, very hyper. You've now drank coffee, but also just adrenaline of experiencing the revolution. Is let me give you all a little bit of time. Is everyone ready to do news reports?
Ready as I'm gonna be.
Let's do it.
All right. So now we go to our next issue of Poison Tulips. And we will begin that now. Hello and welcome to Poison Tulips. And we have an exclusive on the Caustic Tea Party and all of the antics that went along with it, and something about coffee going missing, but it's now recovered and brought back to all of the Duchy of Scandelabra, and many, many people are knowing what has just happened. We're going to start off with LaRue. LaRue, tell us what's going on.
Bienvenido, bonjour, hello, my friends. My name, of course, is Leroux. I'm here to tell you about the caustic tea revolution. Earlier today, this riot was started because there was a lack of good quality coffee for a lot of the working class people. They were angry, as right they should be. A small investigation come to find out that the coffee that was being given was so nasty quality it was basically poison. Somehow, we don't know, we think it was a roguish, handsome tiefling by the name of Joachim Tupenny, was able to steal this material, bring it back to the people, and with some great vocals and some wonderful production quality, made a song and dance that has not only made people reconsider spending money on arts education, but rallied the people to one cry: Viva le Café Revolution. Storming the boat, they overthrew the captain. They threw out all the tea, for really all they wanted was a good piece of coffee. Now, while the beans are being brought back to the people and circulated amongst the streets, I understand, as a hero of the nobles, you are scared, yes? Think of it this way, if I might. Now, when you are walking about the streets, you can feel safe knowing that you are going to have a coffee as good as the coffee at your palace. Really, we all win. And this hero the noble, this sword fighter of the war, must say, maybe this revolution was one small step in the right direction, one giant leap for humankind. See you on the field next time, the hero of nobles, Leroux. The streets are watching you.
Thank you, LaRoe. Speaking of the arts, let's go to our local person who's covering arts and entertainment, Morgana Malice. What do you have to report, Morgana?
Again, Amel's here, very highly caffeinated. So what is in arts and fashion this time? Well, I would like to say that caffeine is in fashion. It just gives a little bit of pep to your step every day. Um, 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 yes, more caffeine for everyone. This is what is called, I believe, equality. It is quite in fashion and catching on every day. So take a little pep in your step. Forget about the sadness and darkness of life for just one moment while you drink that latte. And yes. And also tricorn hats. Surprisingly stylish. That's it for me.
Thank you, Morgana Malice. As we know, equality is our favorite kind of tea. Next, we go over to Baby Bell. Baby Bell, what do you have to report?
Hello, baby bells. I've got a lot of news. Word on the streets is there was a lot going on with this Viva la Revolution happening. Disgruntled baristas, check. Burned employees crying in the streets, checked. These are just some of the atrocities that occurred to bring on the revolution, along with a one-man musical performance from some amazing guy named Joaquin. He's the coolest, and he was just incredible. People were saying that we should also be sponsoring the arts. A lot came out of this. It was a stirring performance. The coffee that brought this all on was called the wrong beans. Really weird, really gross. Not a fan. It seems to be affiliated with Vecna's taste buds, just from what I've heard. Also, one employee of the ship gave a statement about the awful treatment of the captain of the ship who was importing those goods, and was said that reinforcements came rolling in right at the nick of time. And it was super inspiring to see these pants and underwear flags. What a riot! Anyway, stay tuned for more news that you can use, Baby Bells. Kisses.
All right, thank you, Baby Bell. And to conclude with the celebration of hot coffee, we also have some hot goss from Dante. Take it away, Dante.
I cannot believe you took my introductory line. The hot gas, the hot coffee is very good. Hello and welcome to The Hot Gas with Dilettante. Scandelabra's latest horrors have been thwarted by its very denizens. A plot to poison the working class with shoddy beans has been intercepted by the people. In the spirit of Revolution de la Café, we will be dealing with an inquiry from one of the participants of the excellent revolution. Dear Dilettante, what could have happened if we had not empowered the people against the horrific atrocities of evil coffee mongers? What could we do to prevent it again? This is signed a concerned caferista. Caferista, I'm so glad you asked this question. It is clear that Captain Stormbuck and dastardly villains sought to end Café Vive la Révolution. Were you the people to fail in your attempts to overthrow the bourgeoisie, Scandelabra could fall into a dark age, not a dark roast, wholly without bean and java. To prevent such atrocities in the future, I recommend tipping your barista as well by purchasing them copies of Poison Tulips, and also by being generous with a base 20% tip of your purchase total. I also hear that buying coffee for the person behind you in line is relatively lit. That is Dante with the hot gas, and remember, coffee is blood, coffee is life.
All right, thank you, Dante. That is it for our coverage here at Poison Tulips. And just as Dante says, tip your barista, but also tip over corrupt institutions. That is all for us. Good night. All right, and that is our game. Everyone, please let us know where they can find you on the internet. I'm going to start off with Izzy.
Hi, I'm Izzy Spring. I'm a singer-songwriter as well as overall dork among go. I LARP with these fools, actually. I'm an awesome LARP. But if you would like to find me on the internet, you can find me. I primarily been using my TikTok lately, which is Fizzy Spring. It's like thirst trap content, depressed content, and music content. You will find out which one that you're seeing at the time. Also, I'm on Spotify under Izzy Spring. If you want to listen to any of my songs, there's some new ones that are going to be coming out relatively soon that I'm pretty excited for. And I also have an Instagram that I don't really use, but I would love if you followed me there. That's where I'll post a lot of announcements for things, probably. And yeah, that's on me.
All right, and seriously, if you haven't listened to Izzy Spring's music, she is amazing. Let's go to our singer for today, PJ, the one-man musical. Where can people find you on the internet?
Hi everyone, I'm PJ, and I don't sound 1/4 as good as Izzy sounds on Spotify. Check out her music; she is seriously talented.
Izzy's very good. If you don't go over there right now, I will find you.
Yeah, I want Izzy to sing my Revolution song because she would do a better job. Anyway, my name is PJ McGaw. You can find me all over the internet at pj.mcgaw, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Just doing whatever I can, having a good time, random thoughts and random videos, mostly just posting on TikTok. When I'm not here with these awesome people, you can find me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Nat20 Productions Official. We do a talk show on Tuesdays and an awesome Pathfinder game on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. And in May, I'm doing Jasper's Game Day, May 9th. So I'm looking forward to having fun with friends and total strangers. And until then, I love you all. Be safe, and I'll see you around.
All right. Next, we go to Sam. Sam, where can people find you on the internet?
Hello. You can find me all over the place at Hey Sam Sterling. I think TikTok's really what I use most these days. Some ridiculousness on there. But yes, you can also find me Wednesdays with PJ over on Nat 20 Productions Official. I play a luchadora, barbarian, dwarf who also likes coffee a lot. This is a theme. This is a theme for me. But
We all have to have character bleed somewhere.
It's true. It's true. Oh, but great show today. And thank you, chat, for coming to watch us. We love you all.
All right. Tobias, who's reporting in from Vegas, where can people find you on the internet?
Coming at you live from Vegas, Tobias McCurry with Spring Hill Studios, found on springhillstudios.com. Also at Tobias McCurry on Instagram and Facebook. Please smash that like, follow, and subscribe button below your screen. Gift a sub to a friend and enjoy the rest of our outro.
That was too good.
That was amazing.
Did you rehearse that?
That was
That's all I got. Hi, Tobias. You're great. Thank you for coming.
that was amazing. Gilding Light, please feel free to use Tobias's voice in that manner to just get people to constantly follow and subscribe here on Gilding Light.
Oh, no.
I am your host, Ryan Omega. Believe it or not, this entire game was improvised. There was no script. This was literally just us having fun. I'm very, very privileged to be able to roleplay with such amazing improv talent, to be able to play a game that was just prompted by coffee. There was no plans, no script for this game. And yeah, it blows my mind how very much we were able to run a D&D game. And it goes to show you that if you are so worried about running a D&D and you must have all this backstory, if you have a good group of friends and you're willing to roleplay, you can come up with funky stuff all by yourself. You can find me under twitch.tv/live-action-roleplay, where I run some LARPs, including on Tuesday, I run a game called Boardroom Armageddon Devils, as we get closer to the apocalypse that is happening, and it's devils trying to make sure that the world doesn't end because they like it too much. I'm also planning to run modern versions of Shakespeare on a series that I'm running called Breaking Bard, and I'm writing and directing and adapting Romeo and Juliet. So find that on twitch.tv/live-action-roleplay. Just let you know what's coming up for Gilding Light. The next thing that's coming up is on Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific Daytime. There's going to be a new episode of Song of the Shadows run by DM Theo Thurston. So please watch that on Monday at 6 p.m. If you like what we do here, please follow. If you love to support what we do, please subscribe. And there's still the Kickstarter for Satine Phoenix's new book that's coming out right now, which is Siren's Battle of the Bards, and we're into our stretch goals. Go check it out for amazing stretch goals, including there's actually going to be music because it's Bards and we're a Bard game. We have 4 more episodes to go. Thank you so much for joining us, and this is Poison Tulips signing off. Bye.
Love you all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye now. Goodbye.
See you next time.